Even before the threes started going, scoring pretty easily. What was going on that led to such an offensive surge?
I think good defense stops, get out, transition quite a bit, and move the ball. I had some matchups that we liked as well, but I think defense really ignited our offense tonight.
You had 7 guys in. Oh, I'm sorry.
So 38 points in the first half, 19-19, and so yeah, the point we guarded well and scored 31-32. So that's what it was.
You had 7 guys in double figures. What did you think of the collective effort?
Love the balance. Shots wise, I think we got 9, 8, 15, 14, 11, nothing too high, and the numbers obviously. So our men had 8 there. So. Love the balance as always, and the more we can get stops and play, not have to play call and get out and run, I think it's equal opportunity. It makes us harder to guard.
You had talked about the team maybe playing more consistently after the last couple of games. What did you think about how you didn't really let off the gas for the whole game there?
Yeah, it was a really good first half, like I mentioned, on both ends. The whole 19-point quarters and 31-32 for us. We're doing it on both ends there. I think other than the start of the third a little bit, they got some threes and offensive rebounds. We played a really business-like approach to it, and always going to nitpick a little bit and find something, but that start of the third was the only hiccup we had for the most part.
Gregg Popovich wasn't here tonight. Do you have any message for him or comment on that? And can you comment on your relationship or his impact on you?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to him and obviously care about him and his well-being. Just keep our private conversation what it is, and always looking forward to seeing him knowing. Hope and know he'll be doing well.
You talked about a couple of games ago how you weren't worried about Fred's slow start to the season on offense. Can you just talk about how much of a benefit is to have a veteran like Fred who's never too high or too low, and how that helps the entire team?
Yeah, I think he's been around long enough to recognize that good shots are going to fall eventually. At times vets take a little bit of time to get into the season, whether it's pacing themselves in training camp or whatever it may be, but I think him and Alperin, when they were struggling a little bit, as long as they were getting the quality looks, I was fine with that, and that's going to flip at some point, and so they've been aggressive, they get the work in and are confident in what they're doing, so I'm not worried about them as much as a young guy.
How much better is your offense when those two are both on, like working in tandem together? It seemed like the pick and roll between them was really going good.
Yeah, obviously you saw that was a huge part of what we did last year. Add Jalen into the mix now. If you can get all those 3 guys playing at a high level, we're going to be a different team. And that's a great set for us to get those guys in actions. I think Fred is going to be aggressive, making the right play, and I'll be dangerous in the pocket. So with the post-ups that he can score there, I think him around the elbow on the perimeter and then him in the pocket, it's a great combination of scoring options for Alperin.
Start to finish, do you think these last 2 games have been your best so far?
Yeah, like I said, if you can point out a 3-minute hiccup, which was the end of the half against in the last game, and then the 3 minutes or 3 or so minutes to start the quarter in the third, that's pretty consistent. So I was going to try to be perfect, but that's your let up. It's obviously different than an entire half, which is what we saw early in the season.
I'm understanding you've played good teams already this season, but to play back-to-back really good games, now how interested are you just to see how everything looks on Friday in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, I mean, the opponent is, obviously there's game plan specifics and personnel and all that, but when we were so up and down like we were, I was less concerned about the opponent and us doing what we need to do and improving those areas. And so, yeah, it'll be a big challenge. I mean, they're one of the top teams, but we played them quite a bit and played them well at times last year, so we're confident what we're doing as long as we're doing the right things.
You got a chance to get some of your guys who don't normally play into the game tonight. How good did that feel, and how difficult has it been to, keep some of those guys motivated, knowing that you have so much talent to, in your rotation?
Yeah, it's always good to, play guys on a blowout win specifically, not just get them minutes in a blowout loss, obviously, but to get all those guys in and for some extended minutes is great. But they did play quite a bit in Golden State and helped us kind of spark that comeback. It's a tough job, and it's a part of being a professional. I've been through it as a player, and always have to be ready for when your number is called. But it's when you're 14 deep, and it's going to be a thing. We're playing 10 at times, 9 at times, and so there's going to be some guys that are obviously unhappy. But the big message is stay professional, go about your work, and it's a long season when things happen, and you're always going to get an opportunity. So it might be easier for the vets who've been around. It's more so than young guys, but that's our job to keep them motivated and them see the big picture.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.